The spring rains had left the earth soft and malleable, ideal for digging, planting, and careful planning. It was during this season that the HOA once again tested the boundaries of my patience and my property. Unaware of the complex infrastructure hidden beneath my land, they began excavating a well, claiming routine maintenance or oversight as justification. To them, it was a harmless act, a bureaucratic procedure meant to assert their supposed authority. To me, it was another encroachment, a careless intrusion into a domain I had spent a lifetime securing. As I approached the site, the first signs of disturbance were evident. Churned soil, the smell of freshly unearthed earth, and the faint echo of machinery clanking against hidden stonework. I immediately recognized the danger. Beneath that soft ground ran a government oil conduit, a conduit meticulously mapped, regulated, and protected. The HOA had no knowledge of it, nor did they understand the consequences of disturbing such infrastructure. Their ignorance was perilous, and I realized that swift action was required to prevent disaster. I intercepted the crew before their digging reached critical depths. Calmly, I explained the presence of the conduit, providing evidence of its government designation, location, and the strict regulations surrounding it. Their initial reactions were disbelief and annoyance. Bureaucratic arrogance often blinds those who wield it. But as I outlined the legal, financial, and environmental ramifications, hesitation crept into their faces. The realization sank in slowly. They were trespassing, interfering with protected infrastructure, and risking severe consequences if they continued. To ensure the threat was neutralized, I implemented safeguards around the excavation site. Barriers, markers, and warning signals were installed, all clearly indicating the limits of permissible work. I coordinated with the relevant authorities to document the area and provide official oversight, reinforcing that the land and its subsurface were under strict protection. By the time the HOA realized the gravity of their actions, their excavation was halted, and they were forced to retreat without completing a single task. The encounter, though brief, revealed the depth of their disregard for both property and protocol. They had assumed that the surface of the land told the whole story, ignoring the layers of history, regulation, and responsibility hidden beneath. My preparation, knowledge, and authority ensured that their misstep did not escalate into catastrophe. The conduit remained intact, the land undisturbed beyond the minor surface disruption, and the HOA left with a tangible lesson in consequences. That evening, I walked the fields surrounding the excavation site, noting the resilience of the earth and the subtle changes in the soil. The machinery lay idle, and the disturbed earth settled under the gentle evening breeze. Every footprint left by the intruders became part of a growing record, a testament to both their audacity and my vigilance. The land itself seemed to sigh in relief, restored to its natural order, shielded from the ignorance of those who sought to impose control without understanding. Reflecting on the incident, I recognized a broader truth. Intrusion, even when well-intentioned in the eyes of bureaucrats, carries risk when met with ignorance. The HOA had stumbled blindly into a complex web of responsibility, unaware that my authority, preparation, and knowledge extended far deeper than the surface they dared to disturb. Their excavation attempt became a narrative of caution, a demonstration of what happens when arrogance meets expertise and vigilance. By nightfall, the farm settled into calm. The trees swayed gently, the livestock grazed peacefully, and the water in the reservoir reflected the colors of the setting sun. I stood near the halted excavation, considering the delicate balance between land, law, and legacy. The conduit beneath the soil was invisible yet potent, much like the network of safeguards, experience, and authority I had cultivated over the years. The HOA had sought to test me again, but once more the land and I were prepared. Their overreach had been neutralized without conflict, their ignorance exposed, and the integrity of the farm, and all it protected, remained intact. That night, as I returned to the lodge, I made a mental note to enhance surveillance, review boundary markers, and reinforce communication with the relevant authorities. Preparation was the key. Foresight, knowledge, and strategic planning had once again preserved what was mine. The HOA would continue to test limits, I knew, but the lesson of this day would echo in every future encounter. The land may appear passive, but it has defenders, guardians, and mechanisms beyond the understanding of those who presume authority without respect.